Okay, we're back. Another video. I was scrolling through social media today or Twitter or something, and I found this brand, right? And this brand is going to be special. This will be $1 million brand. I would put everything I own on it. And there's one reason it will be $1 million brand. Now, when you look at the website here, you basically see just another electrolyte company. Now, it's very cool. It's very fresh. It's new. The packaging's really cool. The color scheme. But guys, there's something about this brand that is special. And I want to break it down, show you how you can incorporate the same principles in your dropshipping store or brand or whatever it may be. And we're going to jump between their website, basically this whole framework that I created on this brand for why they have success. I spent hours on this, right? And then we have their TikTok, their content itself. And this is what's special. We're going to cover everything. So let's just start off with a website. There's a few principles about this brand that's going to make it $1 million brand. Number one, their packaging is very, very unique, right? But they have this very interesting branded identity with the neon colors. Next, you can see subscribe and save. They have a $40 price on their subscription. They're going to have a very nice take rate on subscription. There's some things that I would do differently. I'd incentivize subscription with free gifts and things like that. But you can see in general, very, very clean site. They've got the upsells in place. They've got nice product photography. They've got some cool sections here, ingredients. Guys, this is going to be a very, very nice brand. But at the end of the day, they are not the first electrolyte company, right? This is very good branding. And overall, their formula looks great. The branding looks great. The photography, everything about it looks great. But that's not what's going to get them to the $1 million mark. So let's just jump into the framework, and then we're going to refer back to the content for certain parts of this to basically show you how I'm tying in their framework and their success as well. Okay, so boom, let's jump right into it. Now, I'm going to attribute their future success to three things. Now, before I get into it, I do not have affiliation with this brand whatsoever, but it's really cool. They might get some sales through this. Who knows? This will probably get like 20 views. Okay, anyways. This is the most important part, their content strategy. This is what's going to make this brand $1 million brand. Now, keep in mind, not every brand is good at content. Some brands win on formula. Some brands win on the branded identity. Some win on their storytelling. Some win on the founder story. Some win on their content strategy. In this case, this brand has an absolutely brilliant content strategy. Guys, you need to be incorporating these principles in your e-commerce stores. So we're going to attribute content strategy to four things. Number one, founder driven. Now, this is a very cool story. You can see here, we have a lady and a man. Now, they're friends. They matched on Hinge on a dating app, and they literally founded this hydration company. It is very, very cool. And it's very easy to buy this product and trust this brand because they are founders. They are putting the face in front of their mission and their product. And in exchange, their customers will trust them because of that, right? So you can see the two right here. Now, if we go back to their content, now you can see that, boom, we've got stories about these two actually launching the brand, right? They're getting on FaceTime and they're testing out different flavors here, right? Or how to promote it. Then we go back. This is a day in the life of themselves building the electrolyte company. We're going to meetings with them. We're seeing them try out samples. We're seeing them get on calls with an agency. Guys, these two people are not e-commerce operators, right? I want you to understand that. They do not know how to run an e-commerce store, but they know how to storytell and how to get people behind their brand. And then look at their website, right? They probably got an agency there. They said they got in call with an email marketing agency as well, right? So the reason this brand is going to crush it is because of their storytelling. They're telling every single step of the process, from when they're formulating it to going to their first photo shoot, right? This is a 50-pound shoot, and they're showing their photo shoot. It's very, very interesting. They're bringing their friends into it. They're showing, in this case, they don't even have the product yet, but they're getting kind of that overall like stock footage and general photos, etc. They're showing kind of their first paid ad and commercial and how they film it. And you can see people just absolutely following along with all of this content. They're getting involved. And then here, this brand is already everything. Marketing is chef's kiss. Marketing at its finest. Can't wait for lunch. Guys, people are getting behind this brand because of the content. Okay, so number one, it's founder driven. Obviously, you gotta love that part. Everyone loves a good founder story. But number two, they're very transparent about their brand. So if we zoom into this picture here, they say, hey, we're in a little bit of a pickle with our production dates because we are a smaller electrolyte brand. And because of that, we got pushed back in production time so that all the big dogs get to skip the line. right? So we got told for the third time that it's getting pushed back. They're being transparent about the problems in their business, but what does this make you want to do? Now, I know in my case, right, as just a human, and I know a lot of people probably could relate here, you're going to want to support the underdog. You're going to want to support the brand that when they finally do go into production after all this time of competing with the big dogs, you want to support them. This is very, very brilliant. And they're also, if you go on their socials, they're being transparent about their business and things that are going wrong. For example, they said they sent out some of the sachet flavor and the box flavor was not congruent and there was a mix up. They had to fix that, but they were open about it. And their audience is going to trust them because of it, even if there was a mistake. Now, this is different, guys. Keep in mind, why do you think I made this Miro board the same exact neon color? This color is not going to leave your head. This is their brand identity. Brand identity is everything. It's your color scheme. It's your product photography. It's the way that people perceive your brand. It's your content. But what you'll notice is there's a very interesting principle here. So in this creative, I took some screenshots. They went on a run. So they went to go meet Simon Squibb, who's like a big YouTuber, and they went on a run. But guys, do you notice something? They're both wearing black clothes and they have this Volt neon shoes and Volt neon socks. Everywhere they go, you see their brand. They're doing this on purpose. This is intentional. They understand brand identity and the importance of that. Everyone's going to remember this Volt color, and they're going to basically tie that into this brand here, which is called Salt. Next thing, unique angles. In their content, this is so cool. Everyone, they go look at the Facebook ad library, they go look at what their competitors are doing, and then they ask themselves why their ads aren't hitting, right? Number one, they're not doing deep enough research. And number two, they're not getting creative enough or brainstorming with unique marketing angles. Now, what they did here is they went out on like a Saturday while everyone's out day drinking. And they said, how do you launch a wellness brand when everyone is out drinking? And they go show themselves just giving these sachets, this product, to people while they're drinking. Now, they're not rude about it. You know, they're not like, oh, why do you drink, right? But they're just showing a unique angle, and even people putting it in their beer, right? It's just funny in general, and it's very unique. People are going to remember concepts like this. Okay, next we have community. Guys, community, if you want to build a real brand, community is everything, especially if you have a subscription-based product, exactly like the one you see here. Community and retention is everything. It's not always about going out and acquiring as many customers as possible. In general, you can actually just focus on making your current customers happy, creating an ecosystem where you're upselling them on new products, keeping them happy, taking their feedback, and now you can build something very, very special. Now, what you'll notice here is that they allow customers to voice their opinion. So these are also pulled from their content. Number one, what they did is while they were developing the brand, which started early January of 2025, they had multiple packaging designs. And what they did is they started posting these designs on Instagram. I think one of their packaging design posts got 300 comments. And they essentially let their audience pick their product and what it will look like. Next, they have flavor selection and input. As they were sampling and testing new flavors, they were actually asking their audience what they like and what they want. This is super important. One way that you can create a phenomenal brand is identify the gap in the market. Go on Amazon, go look at your competitors, basically copy and paste all their reviews into ChatGPT or AI, have it do deep research and identify the gap in the market. What do people want? Do they wish that there were certain flavors? And then boom, you make them, right? Your audience or the market will tell you the path or give you the path. All you have to do is listen. That's it. So they actually showed people trying the flavors and getting input. Number two, they're encouraging face-to-face connection. Not only is this good for their brand and building community, but it's also good for their content, right? Because their whole flywheel is their whole ecosystem revolves around creating viral and winning content that connects with their audience. If they get people in person, meeting up, it is showing other people online that we have a community. You need to join us in backing our product. So they have a WhatsApp chat community. And you can see here, this was one of their captions on Instagram. Shout out to the WhatsApp community chat for helping me decide which video to upload. Hen and I are very indecisive, right? So their WhatsApp chat even gets to pick kind of some of the content. Now, because they get to pick that content, you better believe that WhatsApp chat's gonna go support the content that they selected by like, commenting, saving, thus sending it more viral, right? Very, very, very cool. Next, they have in-person meetups. In-person meetups are very, very, very cool. Not only does it serve as a great place to build community and loyal customers, but again, for content, right? There are big brands. If you go look at big brands that host these huge house parties or product launches in LA, they are doing they're basically using that as not only a way for influencers to post their product and brand and get the word out, but they're also bringing photographers and videographers and using that for content. Next, we have giveaways. So here it says, for context, we gave our last sample away as a thank you for our shoe, right? They give it to this girl. She's very excited. And they're basically, really, really creating community by those three things. Next thing, they're making the product for everyone. This is very, very important. Now, you can find your niche, right? But you need to find your niche and you need to make them feel as if they are a part of your movement. Even in the concept where they said, hey, it's hard to start the electrolyte brand when everyone's drinking, they still showed that, hey, if you drink and you're out drinking and you're not all about health and wellness, you can still use this product for your hangovers or before you go out, right? They're showing that this product is for everyone. Also, you'll notice in the product photography, they have multiple races. They're targeting multiple demographics, right? They're spreading the net very wide and keeping it very broad. And guys, we've got one more here, launch strategy. So now that they've built up hype with their TikTok. Now, if we go to their TikTok, boom, you can see by the time they launched, they're averaging maybe like 20 to 30,000 views per video, right? They've already built up a huge community, people that are backing their product and cannot wait. And now you can see it's continuing to pick up almost 10K followers, and they haven't even had videos that have popped like crazy. So how do they bring it to market? How do they launch? This is the fun part, right? So the first thing is they started posting in January. So they had a 4.5 month buildup. They just launched April 15th. Now, a buildup this long allows for an amazing nurture of your customer. You can handle their objections, right? And you can literally handle any problems or skepticisms they may have about your brand in those 3.5, 4 months, right? If they're worried about the quality of your product or where it's made, that's where you're documenting it. You're showing that it's made in an FDA registered facility. You're showing it that it's made with hand, right? And this nurturing also mixed with scarcity. So they're saying, hey, we only have however many units when we launch, is the recipe for an absurdly good launch, right? So in those 4.5 months, they've built kind of the highlights here, and they can handle every single objection in these highlights now. Who are the founders? Are other people backing the product? What are the hurdles? Like, what did they go through? Why is it so good? What did they have to struggle with? The photo shoots and the milestones, right? The milestone's going to establish social proof and show other people that, hey, people are all over this brand. They're hitting big goals. I need to buy this product too. Next thing, organic acquisition. Guys, this is very, very cool. One of my brands, we push, I would say anywhere from 35 to almost 40% right now, solely through organic acquisition. We are not even running Meta, and it is doing incredibly well, right? So organic acquisition is the strategy here for this brand. I tried to find them on Facebook ad library. I cannot find them running ads. They are basically, if I can imagine, a bootstrapped brand. So by not spending money to acquire customers, they're probably running at 75, 80% margins. This allows them to stack cash for growth. And with more cash, they can buy more inventory when they sell out. They invest in more SKUs, which in this case is more new flavors, etc. And then they can invest in more IP, which is intellectual property, right? This is photo shoots. This is bringing on creators. This is maybe even doing collabs with certain big influencers to do their own flavor. The organic acquisition is very, very important for a subscription-based brand, because what people don't think about is how much cash these brands require. Even if you can do it cheaply, what do you do with your first 10K in profit, right? If you have a brain, you buy more inventory, or you reinvest into new photo shoots, new content, right? These brands require cash and a lot of cash to be reinvested in order for massive growth. So not spending 20 or 30 or 35 or $40 to acquire customers and spending zero allows them to improve their margin and stack cash. And then they're ready to launch. So they capture emails and SMS for hard launch. You can see one of their Instagram captions here. If you want to be the first to try Salt, then sign up via link in our bio. Now, what do you think they did when they launched, guys? They probably did a build-up campaign, 7 days out, 3 days out, 24 hours out, launch. They're sending a bunch of campaigns, building the hype, and then they send that launch campaign. Now, this is very, very important. I don't know if they sent the ones building the hype. I would almost imagine because they did build that email list. Now, where they could have gone wrong, where they could have maybe improved, and I'm not sure if they did or not, would be a VIP pre-launch. So if you give people that are solely signed up for the list, then maybe they can buy the product 24 hours before everyone else, right? That's a super good way to build community as well. And then the last thing is they're building suspense via campaigns in Klaviyo, right? They're not just building suspense on Instagram, but they're saying like, hey, launch day, and then they were doing Instagram Reels before and so on, right? So this is it, guys. This is a phenomenal brand. I suggest that you not only check out their website, because it's brilliant, but that you check out this framework. Feel free to screenshot anything you saw here, and then also the TikTok. This is what's going to get them to $1 million. They are content creators, they are storytellers, and they know how to grab attention. That is the most important thing. The second that you can grab someone's attention, and that is your number one skill, everything else falls into place. Last thing, if you are interested in building a brand like this is exactly what I do. I have multiple brands like this, and yeah, successfully. So if you do want to start something like this and you see the power of a real brand with real value, just click the first link in the description. I work with a few people every month one-on-one. And yeah, either way, let me know if you like this video, right? Go to the comments. Let me know if you want to do I'll do other case studies on other brands. They take me a few hours, but I love doing it. And people, the feedback has been insane since my last video. So thanks again, guys, and have a good one.